Adam Schefter earlier this week on NFL Live. He was talking about the Cowboys situation, the fact that Dak is not signed yet, and here's what he had to say.
What are they going to do at quarterback if they lose Dak? That's interesting. That's why I think the Dallas Cowboys might just be a sleeper team in the quarterback market during the draft.
And I just got one more thing to say. How about them Cowboys?
What's going on, Cowboy Nation and Angry Cowboy fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan, bringing you some more of my raw and uncut on our Dallas Cowboys. So if you're DC for life and love our team no matter what, hit that like button, share the content, and please subscribe to the channel. On this morning's episode of Get Up, Damian Woody, Kimberly Martin, Dan Graziano, and Harry Douglas once again had to put the Dallas Cowboys drama front and center in their rotation. They talked about if the 2024 season would be Dak Prescott's last year as the Dallas Cowboys signal caller. Due to what Adam Schefter said on NFL Live, now everyone thinks the Dallas Cowboys will draft a quarterback in this year's draft. All because a person with credentials had a thought that wasn't based in facts. So we're going to take a listen to what they had to say on Get Up on this subject, and you know what we going to do after that. We're going to come back and unpack my raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's take a listen to Damian Woody.
You like this idea?
I think it's absolutely plausible. Like, if you're the Dallas Cowboys, you have to protect yourself. You know that Dak Prescott cannot be franchised. If Dak, it takes two sides to go ahead and come together for a contract. If Dak Prescott says, look, I want to test free agency, there's nothing the Dallas Cowboys can do to stop Dak Prescott from testing free agency. So, listen, I think the Dallas Cowboys are in a situation where it may not be the first round because I think they got some other needs, but I could see them, second, third round pick. Maybe they go out and draft a quarterback because who else do they have? Who else do they have? They traded a fourth round.
They got Trey Lance.
They got Trey Lance, who they traded a fourth round pick for. But other than that, who do the Dallas Cowboys have?
What they can do, Damian Woody? They can sign their franchise quarterback. But come on, Woody. You said if you're the Dallas Cowboys, you have to protect yourself. Well, if you know the Dallas Cowboys, you know that they don't protect themselves. They do everything at the last minute. Remember Dak Prescott's first contract extension? How about replacing Dan Quinn as the defensive coordinator? They didn't re-sign Rico Dowdle until Tony Pollard was a Tennessee Titan. I say that to say this. The Dallas Cowboys are a reactionary team. They don't pull out their umbrella until it starts to downpour on top of their heads. As far as the question this clip started out with, I don't like this idea one bit. And I'll get into that during my raw and uncut portion of the video. So make sure you stick around for that. In this second clip that I got for you, Kimberly Martin gives the crew her take on the situation. So let's hear what Miss Martin has to say, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. Take it away, Miss Martin.
But here's the interesting thing, Bishop Woody. The Cowboys are in this situation because of the Cowboys. Because they have allowed Dak to get to this point where he has all the leverage. And so if Schefter's saying it, clearly we're listening, right? But I think if the Cowboys know, if the Cowboys don't think that Dak is the guy, then yes, draft a quarterback. If the Cowboys think Dak at this point is going to say, oh yeah, I want to hit that open market, I want to see what my value is to other teams, then yes. But the Cowboys put themselves in this situation, which is why I think a lot of us are scratching our heads like we didn't expect that we would still be talking about Dak not having this extension wrapped up already. So that tells me that something's not right, and the belief in Dak, it might just be the issue.
Kimberly Martin is correct on one thing. The Dallas Cowboys put themselves in this whole situation. When you wait and you wait and you wait to sign the pillars of your team, that gives a chance for other teams to sign their high-profile players, and they set the market when they do. You don't think that CeeDee Lamb is not going to want more than what those other teams offer their said star players? Case in point, Micah Parsons. The Jacksonville Jaguars just came up with an agreement with their stud on defense, Josh Allen. They gave him a 5-year contract worth $141 million with $88 million guaranteed. Nick Bosa for the San Francisco 49ers. He just signed a 5-year contract extension for $170 million with $88 million guaranteed at signing. What y'all think Micah Parsons is gonna ask for? On to the third clip that I got for you. In this clip, Harry Douglas comes to the show and sheds some much needed light on this subject. So we're going to take a listen to that, and then we're going to come back and unpack my raw and uncut. So, Cowboys Nation, take a listen.
Harry, you got to help me out, right?
Don't you worry, I'm about to help you, bro.
I mean, like, there's no way the Cowboys are drafting a quarterback this year, right? In the first 3 rounds?
Too many team needs. You lost 2 offensive linemen, Tyler Biadasz, who went to the Washington Commanders, also Tyron Smith, who's now with the New York Jets, who's playing running back, right? And I also think this offense has to have a balanced attack. It just can't be at the forefront of Dak Prescott. You have to be balanced offensively if you think you have an opportunity to contend and win a Super Bowl. Defensive tackle, more linebackers, all these things are needs for the Dallas Cowboys. So drafting an immediate quarterback right now in the first 3 rounds, I don't see how that's going to make you successful if you Dallas with so many team needs and also not being active in free agency in the 2024 free agency tracker. I also think they already got their quarterback that they're trying to draft, and Trey Lance right now. Right. The man will be 24 years old next month. Let's not forget, y'all, he was the 3rd overall pick in a draft. The 3rd overall pick.
That the San Francisco 49ers gave up on.
Damn, Damian Woody. And the San Francisco 49ers gave up on him. This from Harry Douglas is exactly what I was thinking. The Dallas Cowboys need way too many pieces to have to worry about replacing their all-pro quarterback. We need offensive line pieces, defensive line, and linebackers, a running back, a replacement for Michael Gallup, because I don't feel Jalen Tolbert is ready for that type of responsibility. You could move Brandon Cooks to the wide receiver 2 spot, but who's going to be the wide receiver 3? I mean, I could see Kevontae Turpin and Jalen Tolbert sharing that role, but I would like to draft a stud at the wide receiver position and keep Cooks in the rotation. Y'all ready for my raw and uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. It would be yet another mistake for the Dallas Cowboys front office to go into this draft and use a high draft pick to draft a quarterback. We had way too many pieces that we allowed to walk out the front door to have to add to the top position of the team, to the current needs of this organization. Not only do we have to find a left tackle, a center, a running back, a defensive tackle, a linebacker, and maybe another defensive end, y'all want to add a franchise quarterback to the mix? Damn! When will Jerry and Stephen Jones actually take a little bit of accountability and change the way they do things as opposed to blaming and changing the personnel? Some people in Cowboys Nation will say Dak isn't it, but then witness Jerry Jones tell us that no help is coming for Dak Prescott and that Dak will have to do more with less. If Jerry went into this draft and drafted a quarterback in the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd round, that would indicate that we spent our 4th round draft pick on Trey Lance for absolutely nothing. Like I said in one of my previous videos, I believe that they're going to have a backup quarterback position battle during the training camp. If Trey Lance looks better than Cooper Rush, they will give the QB2 position to Trey Lance. I also feel that they're going to give a majority of the preseason games to Trey Lance for 2 reasons. 1, so they can see if he has what it takes to be the Dallas Cowboys QB1, and 2, so they can show other teams that Trey has what it takes to be a good backup, putting more trade value in Trey Lance. It would be another wasted draft pick if they drafted a quarterback this year. I can also hear those fans who want Jerry to move on from Dak saying, well, Dak needs all these pieces around him. Because every quarterback needs a supporting cast. Complementary football doesn't just mean complementing the offense and the defense. It means complementing the quarterback and the quarterback complementing his pieces. There is no quarterback that does more with less. Frankly, I don't want to hear, well, Patrick Mahomes can do it. Patrick Mahomes also had a top 5 offense and defense with Andy Reid as his head coach. Dak Prescott is not Patrick Mahomes, and Mike McCarthy is not Andy Reid. Honestly, if you want a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, go be a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Right now, we have a more than capable quarterback in Dak Prescott. If the front office would stop being so cheap and get this team some high-quality players to complement Dak, we might see different results than what we have witnessed as Cowboys fans for the past 30 years. Dak hasn't been the quarterback for the last 30 years. There's only one major constant during that time, and that's the Jones family. If this offseason hasn't showed that section of Cowboys Nation that our owner is cheap and they want this team to make lemonade out of lemons, then you are blind as a bat. If you think that something will be different if we get rid of Dak Prescott and go with Trey Lance, Cooper Rush, or any quarterback from the draft, then that old saying about Cowboys fans is true. You're obviously delusional. What I feel the Dallas Cowboys should do, they should draft the needed positions this year, extend Dak Prescott to 4 more years, and draft his replacement in the second year of the 4-year extension. Allow Cooper Rush to remain the backup quarterback because you're not going to pay over $20 million for Trey Lance to be the backup. And just allow the quarterback you draft to learn the system. That way, when it's time for him to step in, it's not a shock for him or the team. It doesn't divide the locker room. You could have a smooth transition instead of having controversy that Jerry Jones loves so much. This has been your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan. What do you think about the Dallas Cowboys drafting a quarterback in this year's draft? Do you think it's what the team needs, or do you think it would be a setback for the team? Let's have that conversation in the comments section. If you like the content that I bring to your Cowboys Nation and you want to help the Angry Cowboys Fan grow even more, drop a like on the video and share this video with your friends who are Cowboys fans. If you're DC for life and want to help us reach our goal of 7,000 subscribers before the preseason, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you can stay up to date and notified whenever I go live, whenever I release a video, or whenever I release a podcast episode. I'm going to leave y'all with a comment from the comment section of my last video. The comment is from Darwin Franklin, 9238. The comment reads, "The quarterback position is the most prestigious position on the field. Off the field, it's business pertaining contract negotiations. There has been several quarterbacks to get top dollar and never win a Super Bowl. At the moment, Dak is the best option going forward unless you go into rebuilding at the quarterback position. If so, you're pushing the Super Bowl dreams back for even more years." This has been your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out.